Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Thursday, November 6th of 2025. So I've got just a quick little shopping trip. I had to do some errands this morning. I had to run to the doctor's office too. So I thought I'd stop at 7-Eleven for a water or something, but I found they had the 7 Selects, it's a 7-Eleven brand, iced teas were on sale 2 for $5. So I got myself a raspberry and a mango. I used to only drink Snapple. So I'm trying to remember what the brand was. And it's like the Snapple either changed their formula or they've also gotten rid of a lot of their flavors. And I loved this one because I've tried so many other versions of iced tea. And this 7-Eleven brand tastes the closest to Snapple. It's not quite the same. It doesn't have the same, I don't know, there's a specific kick or sweetness to the Snapple that the other companies just cannot make. But these are pretty close to Snapple, so they were 2 for $5. With tax and deposit, it was $5.60, which, you know, it's just under 600 mils of tea, so I thought it was a pretty good price. And then I was at Dollarama. Take my glasses off for a second. Hair is just bugging me right now. So I was just in Dollarama. I was just grabbing, I just went in for pie crust. That's all I went in for. But I walked in, and when I come in, I always turn directly, I come in and you're going straight. I go straight down the first aisle. And that is the kitchen stuff. And then you go around the corner, and then they've got all the scrub brush and stuff. And I did need a new scrub brush. But first thing I saw was these fondue forks, $1.50 for a pack of 4. So I bought 4 packs. I do not have a fondue pot. I'd like to get one. I used to have one. But what I do have, which I just recently found, was my chocolate fountain. And to be honest, even when my kids were little and they would be using their own little forks, the forks were always just not quite long enough. So, you know, these, you've got a long, even this handle part here is longer than most of my forks. So this is going to keep the chocolate so much cleaner. So like I said, you get a pack of 4. So I don't need them, but I bought 4 packs. I can just, if I decide to do the chocolate fountain for Christmas, then we will have these. If we don't, then I'll just leave these in their package. They can, I don't know. They're just one of those things that I don't really need, but you kind of need sometimes. So about 4 packs. I was going to buy like 6 packs because I think, I said when I counted everybody, I think there's like up to 20 people could be here for Christmas. But I'm like, I don't need that many. And then I did need a new scrub brush. I was looking for one. So it's the Javex. The one behind me here. The handle got a crack in it. I think it was dropped. And it's just right along because it is natural wood or it's bamboo. So it just cracked. And when I was using it, I actually did pinch my hand in the little crack week or so ago, and I was looking for them. I couldn't find them, but I found this one. And so this was $4.75. So it says the palm brush with the drain dish. So I'm just going to open this because it said it's a 3-piece set. So you have the dish, and then you have this part here. So the water can drain into here, and then your brush is not going to be getting wet. So I think that is just perfect. And I went with this one. They had a couple other ones. So it is like a glass or ceramic. I think it's ceramic little container. So they had this one here's black with the white spots. They had also just an off-white one. I just thought with it being here in my kitchen, I think this is going to look good. There you can see how well worn this is after like a year. You see, I kind of, however I was holding it, I pinched my hand in there, and I've been looking for one. I'm going to keep this. This is now going to go down to the laundry room, and it's going to be used down there to clean that sink and stuff down there, because it's still a really good scrub brush. It just, just needed something that wasn't going to hurt my hand. Before I saw that one, I had seen this one, so I thought I'd get this one as well. So it's still the Javex, the bamboo handle, and the nice bristle. And this one here, it is $3.75. Oh, it has a removable head. So you can, oh, okay. I didn't even read that. So the head removes, so you can just replace this part and not the handle all the time. That seems interesting. I really don't know how often we're going to use this one. So I'm just going to put this up with my other cleaning stuff for now, but just set it here. It's always nice we have new brushes to have them sitting out. Like I said, the first thing that I really went to get was the pie crust. Coming up to Christmas baking, I love to have these, do so many things with these pre-made graham pie crusts. They're around $2. I gotta double check because I know the price of them keeps going up. Yeah, they're now $2.25 each. Like I said, I think I may have one in my pantry, or I may not have any. I forget. I was doing some baking lately for Thanksgiving and stuff, so I might not have any, but I love to have these on hand. And I usually buy like 2 at a time, but because I'm like, we're coming up and going into like Christmas and everything, I decided to buy 4 because I know I have either one or none down in the pantry. And then I found some little Christmas nail stickers. They were $1.25 a pack, and they had 4 different designs. So I got this one here. I love the little snowflakes. At first I thought it was peppermint candies, but no, it's still red snowflakes. And the little trees, green and white. And then just some more of these. Now, with these, I do find that sometimes they work on my nails, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just, the thickness of them, and then they slide and they don't want to stay stuck. But I also find that these actually do work good for crafts. You can do so many other things than using them for just nail stickers. So I said they had 4 designs, so I bought 1 of each. I also found a pack of these stickers. I believe these were $3. Yes, this pack was $3. It's called the Happy Planner, and you're getting 1,466 stickers for $3. I mean, that's like a really good price. Now, when they have that many, you know you're going to get a lot of really tiny ones. But just kind of the quality of the stickers. I mean, look at that. It's like stationery stuff. And it's like my type of ones. Oh, these are the ones I loved. It's the coffee cup ones. The different, stir sticks, the steam. You got your coffee mugs, your to-go cups, and your iced coffees. And this one's got the tea kettles on there. It's like, type of stuff. Oh, and then the next page, coffee beans and, like your cream and everything, your dripped coffee pot. Then you've got like, beach stuff. Like, I just thought like there's so many things in here. Actually, seeing these, I think I'm going to have to go and buy a second pack of these ones. Get that CD or record players, cassettes, records or vinyls. Just so many, the desserts, just so many fun, unique, stickers in here. I'm definitely going to have to go and buy a second pack. Oh, boba. I found boba. I hadn't even, flipped through all these. I just saw like that many stickers for $3. I mean, it does show you that I never even paid much attention to that. There was one that was kind of partially open. It was kind of falling apart. So I kind of saw a few things. I'm like, oh, had some plants in there and a few other things. I thought, oh, for $3 and you're getting like over 1,000 stickers. Definitely buy a second one of that one. But So, like I said, what else? Oh, and then my daughter's birthday is today. She's 18, so I got these little birthday cake toppers. They were $1.50 each, so the 1 and the 8. She works tonight, so we won't be able to do anything tonight. We might do stuff tomorrow. She's busy Saturday. My son is coming home Sunday till Tuesday. So I know all my kids want to get together. So I make her a cake on Sunday instead. And then I also saw this one here. And I'm like, that is perfect for an 18-year-old birthday. And this one here is $2.50. So I got those. I think that was everything. So my total was $38 even. I like when it comes out to an even amount. And then it was $1.45 GST, so it was $39.45. And then I was at Superstore. My receipt was sitting in something sticky on the counter. Okay. Yeah, so we're coming up through November through my church, doing a couple of things. We've got a bake sale, so I'll make some pies. It was actually my friend who told me how to make pies. She's like, I make the best pies. And then we also have a chili cook-off, and so I signed up for that too. So I had to get a few things that I need for my pies and my chili. I'm going to start with pre-made pie crust. I do have the stuff to make my pie crust. I got a bunch of lard I got to use up. But just if I don't have time, I'm going to use these. So these are these double pie crusts. So it's either one pie with two crusts, or you can get 2 pies if you don't need a crust. And these were, if I can find where they are. Well, they were $3.79 each. I bought a bag of mixed fruit. I find it so easy. I love making fruit pies, but sometimes it's like, oh, recipe I was making wanted raspberries and blueberries and blackberries. And then I found this one. Now, it's not for me. It's for the bake sale. So this one here is the mixed berries and cherries. So you got sweet dark cherries, blueberries, and blackberries. So no raspberries, but I think it's still a really good blend of berries for the pie. And this cost $5.49, and you're getting 600 grams. And then everything else here I bought was for the chili. So I bought 2 cans of the diced tomatoes with herbs and spices. And I gotta put my glasses back on because I cannot read this print. Okay, so my tomatoes were on sale. They were normally $1.99, but they had a limit of 2, so $1.77 each. I bought 2 cans of tomato sauce. I usually buy my sauce in those big, just under 4-liter containers. But when I'm making like a specific thing, I like to just use a small amount. So this is just the tomato sauce, and it's 680 mils. And my tomato sauce, they're $1.99 each, but there was a limit of 1 for $1.67. So I got 1 for $1.67 and 1 for $1.99. I didn't even notice that. I wasn't really pricing these out. These are things I'm making chili for the church, so I just, whatever it costs, I have to get. Then I got the tiny little cans of the pure tomato paste. These are 156 mils or 5.5 fluid ounces. And where are they? So they were $1 each. I bought 2 of them. And I bought this sauce and Worcestershire sauce. If you say it fast enough, close my eyes, I can say it. So, and this was $3 today. It's usually around $3, sometimes $4 for some of these little sauces. I love this. I've been out for a while, just never on my list officially, so I never bought one. And then I do need vegetable broth, so I bought 2 vegetable broths. They're the 900 milliliters. And where were they? They're normally $1.79, but today they were $1.49 with a limit of 4, and I only needed 2, so that's a good price. I'll probably go back later and buy for more tonight. Just with everything else I had to buy, and I didn't have my car wasn't close, and my car wasn't that close. I had to walk with all this stuff. And then the last thing I bought was this bag of this corn flour type stuff. MacecA, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. MacecA, and it is gluten free. So it is a corn flour of sorts. This was the most expensive thing. This has gone up a lot. I used to buy these all the time. I haven't bought a corn flour or cornmeal for a few years. So this was $9.29. And it is 1.8 kilograms. I used to buy them in like a small, I think they sometimes have in a smaller bag because I really don't go through too much of this. But I find that this really thickens up your chilies, stews, gravy, and it gives it a unique flavor. Instead of just using cornstarch or flour, I just use a bit of that. So I think that was everything. So Superstore, my total was $37.54. And because it was all groceries, there was no GST. So it was, and I used my bank card, so no rounding pennies. So it was $37.54. So that is my shopping trip for today. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos. And I will see you in the next ones. Bye.